What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Better Baseball. This is episode 3, I believe we're on now, bro. Their episodes are dropping like flies here. But hope everyone's doing well. It is 12:02 p.m. on bro, it's a Friday. How could life not be good? Hope everyone's doing well. We're getting into the thick of the World Baseball Classic. We have some fun games that happen, bro. The vibes are absolutely immaculate. There's no other way to describe it. I'm having a blast watching it every single night, whether if it's at 11 p.m. or 5 a.m. It's cool. We also have like some MLB news to talk about, I guess, right? The Marlins made some moves. They signed Yuli Gurriel and Jose Iglesias to minor league contracts, so we'll talk about that a little bit. And also we'll talk about the Padres a little bit, because news dropped that the Padres offered Aaron Judge, I think it was 12 years, $400-something million in the offseason. So we'll talk about that. Whatever else you guys want to talk about, we'll chat. But yeah, dude, another good episode today. Let's ride. So yeah, right into topic number 1 here, and that is the World Baseball Classic recap. I guess we'll kind of break down kind of what games happened over the last couple of days, and also, I guess, the current standings, because we are still in Pool B just started. Pool C and D start tomorrow, so we only have Pool A and Pool B to work about. But yeah, let's take a quick look at the standings, and yes, Jonathan, we will touch on Carlos Rodon. I will touch on him at some point, because it's tough, but whatever. Looking at the standings, the Netherlands is undefeated, as well as Japan. Chinese Taipei, Italy, they're 1-1. And then Cuba's 1-2. Panama's 1-2. Australia's 1-0. Czech Republic, bro. Czech Republic got their first win in World Baseball Classic history. Shout out to them. China's 0-2, and Korea's 0-2. So I guess we could look at the box score of the games that happened over the last couple of days. But there was a good game. Yeah, bro, this game, listen, I don't know if you guys watched the Italy-Chinese Taipei game. Absolutely electric. Bro, I'm not even, exaggerating when I say it. That game was insane. Just in terms of, the back and forth and just the vibes of the crowd. I know a lot of, old-school baseball fans aren't necessarily a fan of, all the chaos that goes on in the games. Just, with the cheerleaders and the craziness going on. Bro, I love it. It adds so much more of a fun element to the game. It's awesome, bro. I won't pull up a highlight. Yeah, dude, we're doing good with copyright. But yeah, bro. I mean, I'm half Italian, so it kind of hurts seeing Team Italy lose. But yeah, they don't really have a good chance to win anyway. Japan, bro. Japan is the real deal. Japan is the real freaking deal, bro. Lars Nootbaar is an absolute icon in Japan now. I think that he's the only player in Japan's World Baseball Classic history to play for the team and not be born in Japan. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Yeah, bro, they obviously have Ohtani. They have the other guy, the one that's like a prodigy and is going to come over to the States in a couple years. I forgot his name, but he's there. They obviously crushed Korea. But yo, I think we kind of sleep on Japan a little bit just for the sole purpose of we don't know a lot of their players, right? Obviously, they have Yu Darvish as well. But majority of the players on Japan, they play in Japan. So we aren't really too familiar with how good they are. They're really good, bro. They're really good. And yeah, as Lori just said, Japan might be the team to beat. I don't know if I'd say that they're the team to beat. I'd still probably say that might be DR. But yeah, as of right now, I would probably rank it I guess I'll put DR1. I guess I'll rank DR1. Team USA is like a 1B, to be honest with you. Team USA isn't far off from Team DR. And then number 3 is Japan. I think that's the clear-cut top 3 right now. That's why I'm really excited to see the games that kick off tomorrow, because we'll kind of get a better understanding of what we're working with in the other pools. Looking at that schedule, I'll pull that up for you guys real quick. It's right up here. So tomorrow, the games I'm really intrigued in. I'm intrigued with Puerto Rico, bro, because on paper their roster isn't as good as it was in 2017, but I mean they're always gonna put up a fight, right? This Colombia-Mexico game, that's cool. And then DR versus Venezuela, bro, that's gonna be a game to watch. DR versus Venezuela is gonna be cool. Venezuela has a pretty decent roster, if I'm not mistaken. They have, yeah, wait, I thought Acuna wasn't playing. I don't think that's right, because I'm pretty sure the Braves aren't letting Acuna play. So someone fact check that for me, because I'm pretty sure. But they also have Altuve, Arias, Miguel Cabrera, Robinson Chirinos, Eduardo Escobar, Andres Jimenez. I believe that's Omar Narvaez. Is that Salvador Perez? Yeah, bro, Venezuela's good. Venezuela's good, bro. And then obviously we know Dominican Republic is pretty stacked as well. They have Willie Adames, Jaime Candelario, Robinson Cano. Bro, how did Robinson Cano find his way on this team? Like, no. Someone, because that's also why I appreciate the World Baseball Classic so much, because you have guys that aren't even in the major leagues anymore, but they'll play for the national team. Like we mentioned, Cespedes playing for Team Cuba the other day. Obviously, Cano playing for Team DR. Ryan Dempster pitched for Team Canada in 2017 after being retired for like 5 years. So it's cool in that aspect of it. But then also you got, obviously, Rafael Devers, Wander Franco, Teoscar Hernandez, Eloy Jimenez, Manny Machado, Ketel Marte, Francisco Mejia, Jeremy Pena, Julio Rodriguez, Gary Sanchez, Gene Segura, Juan Soto. Team DR is, in fact, the team to beat. I think I can go on the record as saying that. And then, obviously, Cy Young, Sandy Alcantara on the mound. And then this game. So that game starts at 7, and then at 9, you could watch USA absolutely pound Great Britain. I'm going on the record right now and saying that Team USA is going to clobber them. It's not even being like an arrogant American. I just don't think Great Britain has anything to offer in terms of hitting, pitching. We'll go through the rosters here, but I think that they stand no chance. Okay. Why does USA not have their roster listed? But I mean, you guys could kind of look at the Great Britain roster here. It's not great at all. I'm not really... Is that Taylor Ward? Okay, no, it's not even Taylor Ward. That's Nick Ward. I'm not even too sure who that is. But, yeah, bro, I mean, Great Britain doesn't really have much to offer here. We obviously know how stacked Team USA is. Nolan Arenado, Mike Trout, Mookie Betts, Pete Alonso, whether you like him or not, he's pretty solid. Paul Goldschmidt. And then the pitching is really just a big question mark. But Adam Wainwright's going to be on the mound. I think what Team USA is really going to have to rely on, I mean, not particularly in round 1, but more so in the deeper rounds, they're going to have to rely on these weird arms. That's like a nice way of putting it. Just kind of like these mediocre arms to kind of pitch greater than what they usually do, right? Because that's how USA kind of coasted to victory in 2017. They got great performances out of guys like Marcus Stroman. Who else started for Team USA in 2017? All I could really remember is Marcus Stroman. Let me look this up real quick. 2017 Team USA WBC roster. I feel like I'm obviously forgetting a lot of big pitchers, but let me see. So this is the 2017 USA roster. Oh yeah, Chris Archer. What other starters were there? Tanner Roark. Yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying. It's like you look at the starters this year, and I think Team USA is better, bro. That's why, like, even you look at their bullpen. Devin Williams. Devin Williams. They're bro. Team USA's got this. Trust me. But yeah, that kicks off tomorrow night, so I'm looking forward to that. And then, bro, once the other pools kick off tomorrow, we don't have that long to go until we start hitting, like, quarterfinals, semifinals, all that jazz. Because, let's see, pool play ends on... Pool A ends on... Is that true? Pool A ends on Wednesday, and then Thursday is the start of the second round? Well, no, technically, Wednesday is the start of the second round. And then, bro, Friday is the second round, Saturday... Okay, Sunday is the semifinals. Sunday and Monday are the semifinals. And then, bro, we're only 11 days away from the championship of the WBC. So it's going to start rolling quickly here, but I'm looking forward to every single second of it. Any other notes? Oh, there is another note I want to bring up about the WBC. I saw this little article, and I thought that it was really cool. This, bro. 41.9% of Japan watched the game versus China the other day. Is that not insane? 41% of the country of Japan watched that game. Dude, does the Super Bowl get that kind of ratings in America? Maybe, but that has to be comparable to the Super Bowl viewership in the United States, which is insane that, like, these very early games of the WBC are huge in Japan. It kind of just goes to show Like, baseball, as much as we think it's like America's sport, bro, I think that there's countries around the world where baseball is much bigger. Like, as much as I love baseball and it's my favorite sport, I think it's obvious that football is America's sport. Just in terms of like viewership and just overall popularity, I think football takes the cake. But then, like, baseball is considered like America's pastime, but also at the same time, like, it's bigger in other countries than it is here. Obviously, in Japan, it's bigger than it is here. In South America, I would it depends, I guess. I would probably say soccer is biggest down there, but bro, kids play baseball from like the age of 2 with like the stick in Panama, like Mariano Rivera, bro. I don't know if you guys have ever seen like the glove that Mariano Rivera used when he was a kid, but nothing compared to like a typical major league glove. So yeah, bro, I think it kind of just goes to show how big the World Baseball Classic is. And it's obviously not as big as the World Cup in terms of popularity and just that kind of stuff. But bro, it's big. If 40% of Japan is watching it, it's pretty big, bro. But yeah, THG says, which team in your opinion looks the most out of place talent-wise in the WBC so far? I feel like that's kind of tough to say because I feel like the way I look at the WBC is like you have 3 tiers, right? You have the top tier, which I kind of only put in USA, Japan, Dominican Republic, and then tier 2 is kind of like all the other teams that are like mid but aren't horrible, right? I mean, you have I guess you could put like Puerto Rico. What other teams would we say are like mid? I'm like trying to be nice, bro. Italy, maybe. Venezuela. Venezuela's like a high tier 2, to be honest. Like they're not horrible, but they're also not amazing, right? Venezuela's a sneaky team, bro. Do not sleep on Venezuela because they have a stacked lineup. I know their pitching isn't great. They have a stacked lineup. Yeah, I'd probably say the one that looks most out of place so far though might be like China, maybe Korea. I think both got smoked by Japan, right? Yeah, I mean both got smoked by Japan, so I don't know. I'd probably say either China or Korea. But then again, we haven't really seen a lot of the other teams yet, so it's tough to tell. Basketball also, yeah, basketball is also like America's number 2 sport. So baseball's number 3. So yeah, we do gladly share baseball with the world. But yo, getting into topic number 2 here, it is the Marlins signing Yuli Gurriel. This is kind of funny because if you guys were here for Wednesday's stream, we were talking about, I was going through the best available free agents left, and Yuli Gurriel was the one that I think I ranked him like number 2 or number 3. And bang, next day, signs a minor league deal with the Marlins. Not going to lie, I'm kind of surprised at the fact that it's a minor league deal, just for the sole purpose of I think Yuli Gurriel is still decent for his age. He's 38, but I know he's coming off a down year last year, but don't sleep on the fact that he was really, really good in 2021. Also, don't sleep on the fact that he's clutch as hell, bro. Yuli Gurriel is a winner. Whether or not you believe in the whole winning clutch stat, you don't have to, because I do, and what I say goes. So I look at Yuli Gurriel as a winner, and a team like the Miami Marlins, they could be a sleeper pick this year. Not maybe to win the NL East, but they could slip into a wild card spot and maybe cause some damage in the playoffs, maybe like 2022 Philly style. I think that they have a decent lineup. And bro, now with the leadership of Yuli Gurriel, cool. That disrespecting his audience. Dude, it's not even disrespect. It's just like, it's me wanting you guys to accept the fact that clutch is real, right? It's very, very real, bro. And Yuli Gurriel is one of those guys who has it. He shows up in the big moments. Simple as that. And also, the Marlins signed Jose Iglesias, who's another, like, solid veteran bat. Shout out to Dave Rossmanator. Shout out to you, bro, for subscribing. Appreciate you. But yeah, Jose Iglesias is also another, like, veteran impact bat that they could add to that lineup. And I don't know, bro. Like, he might not cause some damage, but he could be a nice little piece off the bench. He's like a Miguel Rojas replacement, right? That's the way I kind of view it. No, Lori, you cannot have my sweatshirt. Sorry. I do wish they were for sale, though. I should talk to Betr about that. Jonathan says Marlins should sign Gary Sanchez as well. Bro, to be honest, that might be a good spot for him. I'll pull up the Marlins depth chart real quick here. Just so I mean, maybe you could kind of see where Gary fits. But right now they have Jacob Stallings as their catcher. Wait, let me shift that over real quick. Bro, why is it not shifting over? Bang. All right. So, all right, if you guys could see it, that would be nice. But Jazz Chisholm is going to be leading off most likely. Then you got Jorge Soler, Luis Arias, Garrett Cooper, Avisel Garcia, Gene Segura, Joey Wendell, Brian De La Cruz, Jacob Stallings. Bro, that's a good lineup. Can we all sit here in like a nice circle and agree that's a good lineup? Is it top tier? No. But I think also if you add in like Yuli Gurriel at points, and then also, I mean, maybe Gary Sanchez? I don't know. Bro, Gary Sanchez would be a solid backup catcher option for them, to be honest. If he performs well in the WBC, I could see that maybe happening. I am surprised that Chapman didn't sign with the Marlins, though. I mean, we know he lives in Miami, and that would probably be a good fit. But regardless, I think that the Marlins are maybe a sleeper team this year, bro. And clearly they're making some moves in order to improve themselves. They're not just sitting there in complacency and being like, yo, we're just the Marlins in a stacked division. We're not really going to do anything. Don't sleep on the Marlins. I'm very down with the Miami Marlins this year. I'm not going to go as far as saying that they're my NL team, but I support them. And then looking at their rotation, they got Sandy Alcantara, Jesus Luzardo, Johnny Cueto, Trevor Rogers, Edward Cabrera. That's not a bad rotation at all, bro. Like, can we all sit here and just maybe like stop disrespecting the Miami Marlins? That's just a thought. And bro, maybe they signed Jurickson Profar. Maybe that's an improvement for them too. Obviously, they're willing to make some moves, and I would say low risk, high reward type stuff, like Yuli Gurriel, like Jose Iglesias. THC says, so Derek Jeter is clutch, right, Pat? Yes, Derek Jeter is clutch. Was there ever an argument where I said he wasn't? I don't think that Derek Jeter was like okay, Derek Jeter was a great baseball player, but was he better than Alex Rodriguez? No. That's really what it just comes down to, and I think like the A-Rod Jeter debate, it's kind of overblown, but yeah, that's kind of where I stand on it. But yeah, kind of wrapping up this point, bro, the Marlins are decent. That's all I have to say. Going into topic number 3 here, the Padres, bro, the San Diego friggin' Padres. I saw this on Twitter yesterday, and I made a little mental note of it because I really want to talk about it on stream. And news came out that in the offseason, the Padres offered Aaron Judge a contract, 12 years, $415 million, bro. Aaron Judge was almost a San Diego Padre. If he had no morals, if he had no intuition, I don't even think that's like the right context for the word. But if Aaron Judge didn't care so much about his legacy and retiring as a Yankee and just being that Yankee great that he aspires to be, he would have been a San Diego Padre. Obviously, that kind of leads me to the main point here, and that is whether or not the Padres will regret their spending. Because obviously, I would say they've probably outspent the Mets over the past year or so. When you look at the extension they gave Manny Machado, the massive contract they gave Xander Bogaerts, they offered a massive contract to Trey Turner and Aaron Judge. They also gave Fernando Tatis Jr. that massive extension. They probably made some more moves that I'm forgetting about, but bro, they've basically been like on a early 2000s Yankees tear. And I don't know where the Padres are getting the money from. Obviously, they got the cash to spend, but bro, they're looking to win. And I think the only way you could sit here and say that the Padres are going to regret this spending is if they don't win a World Series, right? If the Padres come out this season and win it all, or next season and win it all, bro, no one's going to care about how much money it's spent to get them there, right? You're only going to care about the money that they're spending if they don't win the World Series. So as long as the Padres walk out of this kind of core with a World Series title, that's all that matters. I'm so tired of people sitting here and being like, ooh, like, we have to worry about the salary tax and all that stuff. Bro, the Padres don't. The Mets don't. The Yankees do. So that's why, I mean, the Yankees are not in a great position right now. It's why we mentioned earlier the Carlos Rodon injury, just the lack of depth for the Yankees. I don't want to say it's a result of their lack of spending a lot of money, but I think they're just spending their money in the wrong places, right? You look at a team like the Yankees, and they still have a top 3 salary payroll in Major League Baseball, but I feel like that their roster just doesn't really compare to others. Like, I feel like the Padres have a much better roster than the Yankees do. I could pull up the Padres depth chart, projected lineup for this season, and I think people are maybe sleeping on them just because for the sole purpose of, like, I don't think people view the Padres as, like, massive threats, but, bro, they are. They are, dude. And I feel like when the top teams in Major League Baseball are mentioned, like, with power rankings and stuff like that, maybe I'm just ignorant, but I feel like the Padres are never really mentioned at, like, 1 or 2, and I think they should be. Looking at their lineup, bro, Austin Nola, Jake Cronenworth, Ha-Sung Kim, Manny Machado, Xander Bogaerts, Fernando Tatis Jr., Trent Grisham, Juan Soto, and then DH Matt Carpenter / Nelson Cruz. That might be the best lineup in Major League Baseball. Anybody have any gripes about me saying that? I hope not, because I think the Padres might be the best lineup in Major League Baseball. And then obviously their pitching rotation is really good as well. Yu Darvish, Joe Musgrove, Blake Snell, Michael Wacha, Seth Lugo. You could also go on the record and saying that that's a top 3 rotation in Major League Baseball too. Easily, bro. And then their bullpen is pretty good as well. Josh Hader, Robert Suarez, Luis Garcia, Tim Hill, Steven Wilson, Nabil Crismatt, and then Drew Palmer as Jose Lopez, Jose Castillo. I guess these are just all the rest of their options, but I doubt they'll really do much. But I think that it would be a fair assessment to say that the Padres could be World Series favorites. And I think it'll also really come down to whether or not they extend Juan Soto. Because isn't Juan Soto free agent at the end of next season? I think that he has the rest of this season to go. But then I think at the end of the next season, he's a free agent. If the Padres don't win a World Series before Juan Soto becomes a free agent, this whole experiment might be a colossal failure. I think that's the way you have to look at it here. It might be a massive failure. But yeah, bro, I still can't. It's tough to get past the point of the Padres offering Aaron Judge 12 years, $415 million. Does no one else find that crazy to me? And I'm going to be honest. If I'm Aaron Judge in that situation, I don't think I take it either. I think I go back to New York where I know I'm going to have like a legacy, right? Because maybe this is just like me as a poor person in those standards weighing this argument. But Aaron Judge took 9 years, $360 million with the New York Yankees. It's a higher AAV, but less money in total, and it's also less years. But once you get to a point where you're comparing $360 million to $415 million, does the money matter? Like, bro, you're so rich, your great-great-great-grandchildren are going to feel that wealth anyway. So it's like, if you're sacrificing an extra, $75 million for a legacy to potentially go into Monument Park, have your number retired, I don't think that happens if he signs with the Padres. So, bro, I think it doesn't matter. If you're making $300 million or $400 million, you're very, very rich either way. So it doesn't matter. And that's why I think when we look at numbers like this, I don't think we really weigh that once you hit like a certain mark, I'd probably say that mark might be like 200 mil. Once you hit 200 mil, anything above that, you're probably living the same lifestyle as you would otherwise. So, yeah, I just think that it's kind of crazy that the news came out that they offered him that absurd amount of money. However, at the same time, I'm not surprised that Judge didn't take it just because we know Aaron Judge. And clearly he's a guy who values just his career legacy and just, I don't want to say winning because the Yankees haven't really won much, but just that like Yankees winning culture rather than going to San Diego for some more money. So, yeah, that's really my point on that. But yeah, overall, I think that's really all I have to say for this episode. Obviously, we don't really have like that much else to talk about. The schedule for the show itself, we're going to be doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I know a couple people were curious about that. I know we didn't stream yesterday, and that's because we're doing that Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule, at least until the regular season, and then I guess we'll reassess and see if it's worth like going back to daily. Because right now there just isn't enough news to talk about for like a Monday through Friday thing. So we're just going to do that 3 days a week, and then obviously if something crazy pops up, like the World Baseball Classic Finals, then we'll do like an additional show on like a Tuesday or Thursday if it's breaking news like that. But yeah, bro, appreciate you all for stopping by. You guys are all legends. Really love this Better Baseball show. I love talking about just baseball as a whole and just all that jazz, bro. It's really fun. And yeah, Be sure to tune into the World Baseball Classic. I'm pretty sure there's another game tonight, right? Yeah, there's 2 games tonight. Australia, China at 10 p.m. and then Italy, Panama at 11. So that's fun. And then obviously tomorrow is Team USA's debut in the WBC for this go around. And then yeah, bro, we got some fun stuff coming up. And then I will see you guys on Monday. And I guess we'll recap Team USA's first 2 games because they play on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday's Great Britain, and then Sunday night's Mexico. So Monday we'll recap those first 2 games. Hopefully they'll be 2-0. But yeah, appreciate you all for stopping by. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications for more. Also, be sure to follow Better Baseball on just about everything, bro. Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. We're posting a ton of content all season. And yeah, bro, you guys know the deal. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. See you all next time. Peace.